What's up, everybody? Absolutely nobody back once again, and I'm here with an actual full-blown review, not just an unboxing. This is an item I've had for 2 years now. I would have bought it in 2021. I have to check the receipt. I'm pretty sure 2021 was when I bought it. But what I'm referring to is this watch by a local to me here in Dallas, Texas watchmaker called Jack Mason. And here's the watch that I'm talking about. It is upside down. Let me just do a little bit. Maybe you'll get a closer look at it later. But anyways, so Jack Mason is a Dallas band. They're not a band. They're a Dallas watch brand. And they've been around for a few years now. And they started out making, more fashion watches. And then they've slowly but surely have moved into the full-blown, cool hobbyist watch brand. This watch is something I would consider like their middle ground. It's before they went into the full automatics. Like now they have like the Strata timers and the Hydra timers. I think is what they're called. Their dive watches and their GMTs, which are amazing, especially for the money and the movement that they're using and the materials that they use, and even the materials they use in this one. They do a good job, especially for the price. And I'm a bit partial because they are local to Dallas, and I too am local to Dallas. But without any further ado, I will continue. Stay tuned. Alright, y'all. Here it is. The Jack Mason Solar Watch. For those of you who don't know, Jack Mason is a Dallas, Texas-based watchmaker. They don't make their own movements in-house, but they do assemble the watches here in Texas, or in the U.S. I'm not sure if it's exactly Texas. And they use pretty premium materials. Stainless steel, sapphire glass. The stuff you see on watches that are far, far more expensive than this one. This watch came in, as I'm looking at the website, it says it's $145. Seems like that's about what I paid. I believe I paid $145, maybe $150. And yeah, I'll just get into it. So this is the box that comes in, right? You just take the top off. There's your watch there. I'd say it's a pretty handsome watch. Nice and colorful. If you notice the little holes that look like they're in the dial, that's actually where the sun goes through, and there's a solar panel back behind there. And that's what keeps it running. I've had this watch for about 2 years, and it's never stopped. I've never had to set it out in the sun or anything. Pretty much ambient light keeps it running. It is using an Epson movement. It is the Epson VS42 solar powered 3-hand movement with the date window. It also has this compass feature and rotating bezel. Just turn that orange knob. Of course, the silver knob is how you set the time and the date. And it is a hacking movement, so when you do pull that out, the second hand does stop, which you probably just saw. Sapphire dome or sapphire crystal. It's not, I guess it is domed. It's not a real severe dome. Stainless steel, recycled stainless steel case. And it's got this strap. There's a strap that came with it. I forget what they call the strap. Maybe it's right here. Quick access. I don't know, but it's just a pretty decent little Velcro strap. It's the only strap I've ever had on the watch, and it's held up pretty nice. I have had to clean it. The orange just kind of dingy over here. It is what it is. The rest of the stuff that comes in it, you flip that thing down there, and you have a little drawer that's got your little envelope. It's got your thank you note from Jack Mason and a little brochure. I can't say that I've ever actually looked through any of this. I probably have, but I don't really remember it. You also have this little pouch, which I've never used. But, if you wanted to bring the watch with you and not wear it, traveling or something like that, it does fit right in there and it keeps it nice and in a pouch. There's the hang tag for it. It says $329 on the hang tag. I imagine that's just for retail shops to put out so that they can pretend like they're giving you a good deal. And a card telling you about your multi-purpose pouch. Why you need a card to tell you what a pouch is, I don't know. The bottom of the drawer says, a part of something old, a start of something new. Well, there you have it. When this watch came out in 2021, it was, I don't know if there's a lot of fanfare or anything. I saw it showed up on Instagram, and I was like, hey, that's a cool watch, and I bought it. And then I found out later that it was a Dallas company, and thought that was also cool. They have since come out with more high-end watches. They now have a GMT that's starts at $900 and is a very nice watch with a Miyota movement, and hopefully one day I can get one of those in to review for you. But since I buy everything that I review and don't get anything given to me for free, that may or may not happen. But anyways, to get into the watch, first, there's the front, which you've seen already. It is purple and orange and, very colorful. You have the rotating compass dial. And the way that works, you would point the hour hand at wherever the sun is in the sky. And then you would take your south and put it halfway between where the hour hand is pointing at the sun and the 12 o'clock position, and it tells you where due north is. How that exactly works, it escapes me, but that's how it's been explained to me, so there you go. I got some smudges on it from touching it. The back side of the case is probably one of the coolest parts of the whole watch. You got your compass and mountains and stuff, and then of course Jack Mason. And it does sound here that it is, what does it say? Made from recycled stainless steel, sapphire crystal. You have 10 meters of water resistance, and then there's your model number there. The strap, let's say pretty basic. I believe it is made of recycled materials as well, but again, I bought this watch in 2021, so I don't remember exactly what the whole marketing gimmick was. But what I can say about this watch is it has held up. I've had it for 2 years. I don't wear it every day. It is a watch that comes out on the weekends. I don't, go and play. Not that I go and play football or anything, but I don't go play football in it or anything like that. I don't wear this to work usually. I'll wear a, Apple Watch or a dive watch or something that's not a something that'll hold up a little bit better to wear and tear. Not that this won't, because again, it is sapphire stainless steel, two very tough, hard materials to scratch and damage. But I baby this watch a little bit because I like it. For the price, for being only $150 and having a sapphire lens and a stainless steel case, that's pretty awesome. It's not an automatic movement. It's not handmade movements and all the crap that, the high-end companies get you to pay extra for. But it's the same materials, and it's a pretty good buy, in my opinion. Is it a little bit flashy for probably most people? Yeah, 100%. I don't give a shit about that. I don't mind flashy. But, it's vibrant. There's a lot of colors, and I'm sure a lot of people don't like the way this watch looks. I personally enjoy it. It is 42 millimeters. So on my wrist in particular, it covers about 70% of the surface of my wrist. of the width of my wrist. I've got bigger watches on my G-Shock, for instance, covers a good 80-85% of my wrist. It wears nice, it wears comfortably. It's not too big, it's not overstated, but it is colorful. And look, I tend to wear a black shirt and blue jeans a lot of the time. It adds a little splash of color to your outfit, which is nice. It keeps time perfectly well. I set it 2 years ago. Well, I guess every daylight savings I reset it, but every 6 months I have to set it, but it's always telling the exact same time that my Apple Watch is, so I can't say that it loses or gains any time. If it does, it's seconds a month. I mean, maybe a second a month.
Yeah.
Would I buy this watch again? Probably, especially if the price were the same, but you can't buy this watch because it's no longer available. I don't know if it'll never be available again, or if it's just currently out of stock. I seem to think it'll probably never be available again because they have moved on to more enthusiast style watches. They've changed their logo. It no longer says Jack Mason. It's now a star. It's actually the same logo that you saw earlier that's on the envelope. That's what they have on their watch faces now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the Jack Mason Solar Watch. Again, this is the Earth Day edition. They do have a different solar watch that has a different dial, but the same functions. I personally like the purple. But don't take my word for it, because I'm absolute nobody. Y'all have a good one.